Hello, my loyal viewers. Welcome to another long-awaited episode of Cooking with Heather. Today we're going to be making homemade pizza buns. And we're going to start by making the dough. Okay, so 1.5 cups of warm water. There's 1 cup. And we need 1/2. And that's all right now. Okay. Next we're going to get a tablespoon of sugar. We're going to do that. Tablespoon of yeast. We got to rinse this off. Tablespoon of yeast. I actually got plenty of yeast today, so it's cool. Oops. There we go. Tablespoon of yeast. Half a tablespoon of salt. Got some lovely little sea salt here. Okay. And 3 1/4 cups flour. And we use 1 section of the sink to do this because this can get quite messy. All right. And we'll get back to the flour in about 10 minutes. All right, we're back. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to, because I've got the recipe on my phone. All right, we're going to do the flour. All right. And then we're going to get really just filthy. I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to toss this until it's in a neat little ball. And yes, I did wash my hands because people always ask, and especially in the time of COVID, we always need to wash our hands. It's actually coming together really well. Just need a bit of water. All right. Just move things around so we can have this sink. We've got other ingredients thawing, so we need to just move things around so we have the sink to rinse, because it's really hard to knead dough when your fingers are covered in flour. All right, now we're getting somewhere. We're gonna just grease it with butter, because that way it won't stick. And believe it or not, I do not have paper towels on me at this time, so we will use a tissue. And you know what? Cooking is about making do with what you've got. So this is what we're going to do. Just going to grease the hell out of this. So we're going to get a fresh bowl, because we need a fresh bowl. Going to grease the ever-living heck out of this fresh bowl. We're going to put this in here, all done, in a mound. Stick that in there. And now we're going to cover it and let it sit for about an hour. Some plastic wrap. And just so you know, I found this online, this recipe, and I'm gonna Alright, we're going to leave it. And I'll see you in an hour. Alright. Welcome back, everyone. What we're going to do now, first we're going to open this can of sauce. We're just going to put everything in the sink here as we use it, just so we don't make a gigantic mess. We're going to wipe off the counter, that cloth. Alright, now the dough is ready. We need to dump a little flour on the counter. There we go. Just toss this in the, put this over here. And guess what? We're going to roll it out now. Look at what a wonderful fan sent me that was custom made through Etsy. A Cooking with Heather rolling pin. And I think that's just absolutely kind and fabulous of them to do. So what we're going to do now is tussle the flour around the dough. Roll it out. All right. Okay, great. All right. Pizza sauce. What we need to do is just there. Okay, we need a spoon for the pizza sauce because we don't want to use the whole can. And this is something my mother taught me. Spread out the sauce so that all the edges, except the far edges, are covered. Now we're going to add some chicken to it. We're going to rinse our hands first. Actually, no, first we're going to do the bacon. First we're going to do the bacon because it needs to go on the bottom. Yeah. We're just going to place strips of bacon. Alright, so there we go. And this is chicken bacon because chicken bacon is way healthier than regular bacon. We're just going to use 3. Okay, and then we're going to set this aside. And now we're going to put some chicken. I'm going to rinse our hands first. I'm going to put some chicken in here because these are chicken pizza buns. See how I'm doing it? Just simple bits and pieces. And since we're not going to be able to use all the chicken, we're going to freeze it again later. Gotta wash our hands since we're using different types of ingredients. Put some cucumbers in for vegetables. It's not very many. What we're going to do now is move the dough. Alright, and it seems the ingredients have fallen off, but we'll just fix it. We'll fix it, make it nice again. Alright. Okay, good. Alright, great. And you know what? It doesn't have to be neat. It doesn't have to be uniform. Forgive the messy. I've never done this before, so it's bound to be a little messy. Right now, we're going to put some cheese. Put some nice, lovely cheese. Gonna pick up the sides. We're gonna pick up the edges. Oh. All right. And since this recipe calls for dental floss to split, but we don't have that, so we're gonna do this. And the oven needs to be preheated to 350. Gonna just sprinkle this in cheese and make it look happy. Just take all this off and throw it away because it fell out. We don't need it. This is definitely experimental cooking at its finest. You have to cover it to make sure it gets caught in. All right. It's definitely not neat. It's not uniform by any means. Just hope it will be great. Like, you know, they're not neat, but they're for me. They're not for anybody else. If it was professional cooking, I'd be less messy. But, you know, home cooking definitely makes a mess. All right. Just make them a little crispy. No, we can't. Okay. All right. And you know, I'll put droplets of veggie oil. Sort of to make these a little crispy on the top. Just very small droplets like this. Just very small droplets, not too big, not too extreme. Just got to make sure these are tucked in really nice. All right. Okay, so we're going to put these in the oven. It's preheated, and I'll see you when they're done. And in the meantime, I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to clean up a bit because this kitchen's a mess. All right, everyone, we're about done with the pizza buns. Oh my God, yes. Thank God for small favors. Look at how great they look. Oh, they're even done. Look at this. Come here and look at these amazing pizza buns. They're not perfect, but they're good, aren't they? They're very good. They're very, very, very good. Shall we taste one? Let me just take a picture of it so I can share it with the world. All right, we're going to try one, shall we? Oh my goodness. It's just amazing.